Okay, here we go. So it is September 11th, day to remember. And I was able to trade a little bit this morning for about an hour and a half. That's it. I hit my goals on my accounts, my three accounts, over $1,000. And I did have a little battle with one, but it's a 6:25 a.m. trade. So far, there's got to be some big institution or something like that that's dropping the price at that time. I'll show you the trade. Uh, but I want to go over specifically 1 hour. And I'm gonna be very clear about this because we're gonna go between the hours of 7 and 8. There's 12 trades. And if you had played these perfectly, and if um, I'm saying if everything kind of went perfect with this. So there wasn't split trades, and if there was split trades, you still would have worked out that your ATMs worked, everything just worked. And we all know that doesn't quite work out, but there was definitely 12 trade opportunities. I'm going to go over those 12 trade opportunities with us today. It's important that we know that they don't always work. The market may pick up like some of your contracts, none of your contracts. You may get rejected if you're slow on a couple of these crazy Ivan trades. But today I'm just going to go over the crazy Ivan trades and the quick hit trades for this one particular hour. And also show you the 625 trade, okay? So at 6:25, it's this hour right here. For some reason, I don't know who's out there, but the price was opened up actually a little higher at 23. It put me in at 20. I was trying to get as close as I could without, getting in too early. It picked me up here, and it was actually a pretty good hit. I did this on two different accounts. I did it on my Take Profit account and an Apex account. And so yeah, that helped me out and ended my day for the take profit as well. I think I ended up with like $800 just that one trade alone on take profit. So just I don't know how long it's gonna last. I know it does happen sometimes. It used to be at 6:28. There's always a spike. Now it's at 6:25. It may move, but for right now, 6:25 is kind of gravy train. I'm gonna keep doing it until it doesn't work anymore. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock time frame. I'm just going to scoot forward here. And we're going to go through basically line by line so that way you could see what I'm looking at and why, okay? So at 7 o'clock, I'm placing a buy order clear up here. And let me kind of scoot this in a little bit. And luckily this would have been a buy on top of this big red bar and would have got us out on this bar right here, basically a minute and 30 seconds later. And you would have made plenty of money. This is a good trade. That's your first quick hit trade of the day. 11 more to go. I probably would have placed a sell order here that didn't work out. And there are some times like I'm not seeing a trade at all right now, and that's okay. Like you could sneak in, try to push a trade right here, and this would have worked because the trend was going down. Yeah, that could have worked for sure. But going through it both times, I missed this one, okay? But I did see it afterwards. I was like, well, that could be a trade if I'd been paying attention to the trade, the trend, and so forth. But I missed it. So I would have put a buy order here. This is a Crazy Ivan, I believe. Yep, Crazy Ivan trade came down and got you out. And there's enough meat on the bone when it dropped down that you would have made money. Now here's the thing. This is why I'm talking about like it better make sure that sometimes it does, sometimes it obviously doesn't. That if all your contracts got filled at the spot and then you got in and out. Now, if you didn't have anybody wanting to get the contracts on their side, then you would have been toast. Okay, so let's go on back to the screens. Crazy Ivan right there. Again, I'm just looking for trades, and there are stretches of time where there's not a trade. I look for these big bars, and obviously I would have put a buy up here, not obviously, but this is a big bar, right? That's the obvious part. You would put a buy order up there, another buy. I would just kept walking these buys down. After three big uh, red candles right here, I'm thinking Crazy Ivan at the bottom of this one, which did work out. And just going through this process, I probably would have put a buy order on top of this one, just knowing that this how this worked out. It did catch it and it did make money here. It got us in about 74. I did double check this one. And the high was 77. So there's $3.50. So even if you got a mixed entry point, most likely you still would have made money on this one too. Next one is I would have put the sell order down here. Again, I'm at $5. Usually I roll about $2 apart, so that looks a little bigger. I would put a sell order there. Here's the another one right at 720. So get some good trades right here. Boom, boom, boom. You have three trades in a row. And if you had just caught these three trades in a row, you could have made two, four, 600 bucks or 100, three contracts, it's like 120, 120, 120. Or, say you're going 15 contracts at 600, 600, 600. So it's all perspective, okay? And if you're trading, also too, if you had multiple copy accounts, then they could be 600 times 5, 600 times 2, 600 times 9. So yeah, I know a few of you got a few pro accounts out there, so and a few other accounts trying to become pro. So yeah, there's definitely opportunity in those like little brief moments right there. These couple minutes between 7:16 all the way to 7:20, those 4 minutes. All right, let's keep going out on the road. So this is a crazy Ivan trade right here. I would have put a sell order on the bottom of this guy, and obviously it worked out. I showed you that beforehand. So let me scoot this a smidge apart further. So again, I'm looking for buys and sells. Try to find a decent sized bar. So here's a decent sized bar up here. And again, another crazy Ivan. Would have put a buy order up there, didn't work out. And a sell order would have placed right here. And these things don't always like come to pass. And so you just kind of get out of the trade and be like, all right, let me just wait for the next decent sized bar. I don't trade every single bar. I wait for my movement. And now I see a decent sized trend. And so I'm thinking, okay, well let's start sticking a buy order on top of these guys. It looks like I put a buy order here, but at the same time, you have three red candles. One, two, three. This is going to be a crazy Ivan all day long. Move it back, please. Thank you. And you got out there. At the same time, I'm walking my buy order down, following the candles. And this is the other candle. And right there, got you out, okay? Uh, Following again the trends of everything's going on. If you miss this one, that's okay, but this is definitely a trend. And it went from 7:33 all the way to 7:36, so totally within my 3 minutes. And if I'd caught this one paying attention, this would have been an easy buy as well, easy profit make money making time. So again, we're at 7:37, so we're almost done with the hour. And again, there's 13, definitely 12 trades I would have made. None through this time period. Again, here's another big bar, so I'm thinking buy order on top of this one. And nothing came to pass with that, so just kind of floating through. There was three, also two. There's also three green bars, so I would put a buy on top of that for Crazy Ivan. Didn't work out, and so, but then you had three red ones, Crazy Ivan, and it did work out. So with the Crazy Ivans, and like all trades, you have to recognize them, be attentive, and realize you're going to get between 8 to, see, I got 11 trades the hour before that, 12 trades this time. So, a good solid 10 trades potentially per hour. So just be aware of that, okay? Okay, just moving on down the road right here. Again, I don't see anything, any big candles right here. And it's important to wait for your shot, okay? Wait for it. Don't trade every single thing that you see. Don't try to guesstimate that. Just wait for it. And, eventually it'll come. And even if you do place a buy or sell, it may not work. But the point is to do it anyways. Um, like I said a few minutes beforehand, if you do, then realize that there's about 10 trades per hour. So every 6 minutes or so, you can expect a trade, okay? Sometimes you get three within, 10 minutes roughly. So one, two, three. This is a crazy Ivan trade right here, and uh, Boba, right? And this worked out. It dropped down a lot, actually. Dropped from like 67 all the way down to 60. So plenty of money in there to get yourself out. And we're almost done with the hour. Um, this is another trade too that I was watching the trend. I was like, okay, I would have put the buy on top of this after two closed, and also I probably would have put a sell order right there too for the crazy Ivan. But this one shot up here, got you out without any issues or problems. And just moving on down the road again. So here's another big candle. I always put, so if it's a green candle, I'm putting a sell on the bottom of this one. And I'm just waiting to see if anything happens. And nothing does happen, I believe, with that one. And there we go. That's the hour. I believe that was number 12 right back there. So, uh, yep. So 10 to 12 trades. The first from 6 to 7 o'clock, I counted 11 trades. From 7 to 8, that's 12 trades. And at 6:25 my time, so Pacific Standard Time, there's a weird drop. I don't know who's doing it, but it's definitely pushing um, the sell right at that exact moment in time. And so it may not last forever, but for why it is, I'm gonna keep cashing in on it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time. Make sure you say your prayers because you need lots of prayers as you trade. All right, guys, bye bye.